Welcome to the O'Neill Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes.
All right. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm trying to see exactly if I can get some before I begin. Eslin has challenged the channel. Nothing is wrong with that. By the way, friends, you are allowed to challenge the channel. Nothing is wrong with that. You're allowed to challenge the reviews that I give. It's one of our main stakes as far as what we do. Let me just see exactly what Bethany's mentioned. Bethany says that we're not calling things down the middle, so let's work on it. Bethany has her ways, but as a wife, I wouldn't be okay with a husband doing the things that they're doing. No wife would accept that. That is true, but we're still saying that Bethany is rough to deal with. So we're still saying that. O'Neill has placed everyone in front of Tamira. She's been there for him. He caused the fall of West Side Music Group and he wanted to build it back. So she came to his side. Once again, he placed Momo. Okay, so here's the problem I have with the Tamira thing. I think that you may not be seeing what exactly they're playing. What they're playing with the Tamira thing, just so you have an understanding of this, is that they're playing that Tamira basically is trying to do too many things at one time. That's what I'm calling out. So Tamira cannot try to run 10 different businesses and then when the 10 of them starts to fail, you're not call her out for having those fail. D is who D is. So what they're trying to show you is that Tamira, it has lost her way of being real. There was something real about Tamira before where if she could have done it, she would have done it. If she could have get into this, she could have got that done. The problem now is that I don't know if it's a problem, but because Tamira is a character like an Amber character, you're just falling in love with her so you don't see the next side of the story. That's what I'm coming from. No. Is D a failed businessman or does D fail sometimes at doing what he's doing? Yes, he does. But before this began, what was the first thing O'Neill called out? O'Neill told you right off of the cuff that, it should have never happened from the first place, right? If she has moved on to win, then she should have moved on to win. But instead, Tamira was actually, in case you don't realize what Tamira was doing, Tamira was seeing exactly if she could have, to me, get herself into these good graces so she could stay around and watch the other girls. That's how it started. That is exactly how it started as far as Tamira is concerned. So let me see what you're saying. Online need to remain reviews, good skits in every character. You enjoy that. A husband is supposed to protect his wife. I didn't see Larry protecting Bethany in Montana. Lynette antagonized her and then Bethany responded. Yes, she was wrong to go there. If we're talking about Bethany, right? And while I understand the comment again of her being a wife, the truth of the matter is Bethany is actually, we've watched Bethany over the cycle of the skits. And one of Bethany's things is Bethany's lack of control in herself because she feels she needs to go there with everybody else. Now, should Larry protect her? Yes, you are correct. But you still also can antagonize everybody else. For once, Piarry told Anthony the truth. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I think I've answered your questions. Nothing wrong. It's just Eslin was challenging some reviews. So just so you understand my stance on it. What you're seeing from the Tamira character is a bit of a change. That's what you're seeing from her. But nonetheless, let me jump into the Anthony character, and I can always come back to here. So let me do that. Let me jump into what we have going on with Piarry and Anthony. Let's jump into this. Let's go.
I guess you heard.
Heard what?
Amber filed for divorce.
What?
Yep.
You lying.
P, would I lie about something like that?
Why? I thought you guys were doing good. I thought everything was going great. I thought, you, Shayla, the baby, Amber.
That's what I thought.
So what's wrong?
I thought she forgave me, but evidently she just can't take it anymore.
All right. Once again, Donna, I think you're correct. Once again, Anthony is playing victim. Shockingly, Piarry was honest with Anthony. Two people gave him a great advice, but it goes right over his head. Anthony is more worried about his image. This is right. Anthony is playing victim again. He's doing it again. Anthony playing victim? He is playing victim. Yes or no? Is Anthony playing victim? I'm gonna be honest with you, Donna. He is playing victim. At this point, Anthony is playing the victim, and you can't play the victim when, okay, Anthony has lost whatever respect or whatever, I don't know, whatever support males had because they've seen these circumstances. They no longer will have it with an Anthony because Anthony wants his cake and eat it too. I think that's the best expression of all of this. He is overly playing this. He's overly playing this. At this point, I agree with Donna that yes, he is playing the victim right now. You can't play the victim anymore. You just can't. There comes a point when it has to stop. Yes, Marian, she was speaking from her own experience. Marian, she was speaking. Who was speaking from her own? You mean Piarry? It is surprising to see Piarry acknowledging the truth regarding his actions towards Amber and not bring up Kai. Exactly. Yes. 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 Sherry said yes. Yes. Angela Phillips said yes. Yes. Stephanie. Anthony is a whiny little boy. Yes. Yes. Anthony's always playing victim. Right here, so Anthony's playing overly victim. I cannot defend after yesterday's take where Anthony went over to Shayla's house and them do the whole gamut of whatever it is. I don't know. There's nothing else to defend. They've not given me anything else to defend, really. There's nothing else to defend. He is playing victim. He is playing victim. It's about the image at this point. It is what it is. He wants his cake and eat it. You just can't have that. Yes, he needs to listen to his attorney and Piarry. But I don't even know, though, Linda, if it even makes sense for him to stay with Amber because of how much now they have, because of how much they have allowed Shayla in the marriage. I don't even know if the marriage even worth it. I'm starting to question if it's worth it. That's correct. Ma always say, "Oh, why me?" that is the best expression we would ever see. He shouldn't be surprised the way that he has been treating her and still listens to Angelina and Shayla. The Angelina and Shayla thing is what it is. We need backstory to the characters to understand their behaviors. Well, them try to give certain backstories, but the truth of the matter is, there comes a time when you have to take responsibility regardless of your backstory. Regardless of your backstory. I like what you're saying, Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nay. I'm just saying regardless of your backstory, though, because people tend to try to use them backstory to basically, what you call it now, whitewash what they're doing, what they have in the present. I know what you mean, right? And I want to understand the Anthony character, but part of him have to take accountability for the present. Because ain't no way, right? Ain't no way you can be going through a divorce like we saw yesterday and you're offering information out to the mistress. It just can't work that way. It just can't work that way. Anthony playing victim, Amber still needs to leave Anthony. That's what it is. That's what I just don't see it. Then flirting with Alicia. Come on, man. You want the singlehood. That makes sense. Anthony do not think that Amber was going to wake up and stand 10 toes on this. She's done. Amber was still listening to R. Kelly when a woman's fed up. That's something else.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, it's like, it's really kind of hard the way you hurt her. I mean, I know she put in effort to forgive you and to move forward. Like, I've seen it. Like, she tried. But it's like, once you break a woman's heart, it's never really healed,
Yeah, but I mean, I thought she forgave me.
All right.
She said she forgave me.
The problem with this, right? Let's speak about this. Anthony can't be that clueless. Like, how is he not seeing how he's been treating Amber wrong? He's not aware. But he has to be aware though, Eslin. So even though we might say, well, he's unaware of these things and he's unaware of his behavior, we can't always make excuses for you though, unless you're mentally ill. And if he's mentally ill, then he needs to be checked into a mental health institution. That's it. Anthony needs to get a therapy and then lean. Exactly. That's what he needs to do. He needs some therapy. That's it. Amber needs to divorce. Anthony still needs to cut off with Anthony and Shayla. Amber needs to run. Anthony's acting like he's vulnerable and he wants his women to come back to his rescue. Shayla, Piarry, and Rolanda. He needs access to them again. He needs to do this on his own, like he has to. Anthony, when are you going to take responsibility for your actions? Just like I'm try for all the women I'm accountable, I have to hold Anthony accountable. Seriously, I have to. I haven't seen the actions yet from Anthony to show me that him basically is, showing some amount of accountability. If he puts Angelina and Shayla in their place and stops treating Shayla like she's the wife and treating his wife like she's a side chick, I really hope that Wayne doesn't put him back with Shayla. I hope that too. Anthony seems to carry a battle toward Amber. He acts as those he tries to get everyone against her. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do. Anthony's childish. Sabrina, he wants someone to feel sorry for him. It's his notion. This man doesn't take any accountability, and that's the thing. So I can't really rock with what he's saying, because the truth of the matter is, no matter what the deal is, he has to take some amount of responsibility for that. He has to. Like, you cannot, there's no way you can go past that. The problem I'm having with the Anthony character is the lack of accountability. For a man, there's no way. Men always take accountability for them actions. Has everyone in the skits ears? He has everyone else in the skits in his instead of Turk in his ears, instead of taking accountability for his actions. Even if he poured medicine into her spirit, he still is trying to save his money. Correct. After the deal with Sheila yesterday, he has changed how he looks as a character right now. Him change it. Him definitely need the therapy for true. Definitely therapy. And Anthony has been preparing for the divorce. Hiding money, getting rid of Bar 44 so he can say she's a liability. I think he's upset that she filed before he did. I don't know, because after, I don't know, I know what you're saying, right? I know what you're saying. In preparing for the divorce, well, I don't know if he would have filed, because again, it feels like him don't really just want a divorce just like that. If that makes sense. Anthony doesn't take any accountability. He wants Amber to be the villain in this divorce. He needs to stop because he never forgave Amber for Wayne. That is true as well too. Just like how she hasn't given him for Shayla, he not forgive her for Wayne either. Every time Anthony gets a guy friend to vent to, the writers remove them and make him rely on women again. That's true. A husband can't have it all. True. Anthony will never show you anything, O'Neill. Shit, man, these skits make no sense. Amber needs to get her bag and to break out abandoning the podcast and sell the restaurant once it's lucrative. I like that, Miss Grant. I like that. Mrs. Grant, I like that. Anthony and Amber are not compatible. That's a good question. Are Anthony and Amber compatible? I'm gonna ask that question to the audience. Angela Phillips, I'm gonna ask that question to the audience. One divorce will be over. All Anthony stands on is, I thought she forgave me. She did, Anthony, and she put forth the effort, but she has to look at Shayla, Angelina, and Kai. Everyone, ain't no way. And that's what I'm saying. Him just never stand up feet properly enough. That's the problem.
Sure, she in her heart truly wanted to, but think about it. Every time she goes out, every time she sees her family or friends or anybody that knows about the situation, she's going to constantly be reminded of how her husband hurt her, like what you did to her. Like, she can't even run away from that. Everywhere she goes, she's going to be reminded of that every day, no matter how hard she tries to forget about it. Every day she's going to be reminded about it. So there's really no truly healing that. She's always gonna have that scar on her heart, on her.
All right, let's be very equal with this, right? Anthony take Amber for granted for too long. From he came back home, he did nothing to get Amber to really trust him. No vacation, have to babysit Shayla in her face every day. Okay, since people really want solutions versus just the problem, right? This is the deal. This is the deal, and I love this comment, Stephanie. The problem with this is the problem, because the truth of the matter is, just like Amber doesn't forget what he has done with Shayla, he hasn't forgotten what she has done with Wayne. Correct? That's the truth. When Anthony came back, number one, he should have stood on business with a lot of things. Boundaries with Shayla should have been established no matter what. Regardless of how Amber felt about it, he should have stepped up and had those boundaries. I feel like if he did that, Amber would have moved accordingly with Shayla. No matter how Amber want to feel, Amber could have want to complain for whatever it is. If you stood on business and you told Amber, hey, Amber, listen what I'm going to do right now. Shayla is not going to come to the door. I'm going to drop the kid off here. This is what I'm going to go for this. This is how I'm going to work this out. So some of the things is his fault, you know. No, of course, you know me get on Amber's case already for getting Shayla in the mix. But let me give you Anthony's piece. His thing is to tell Shayla, listen to me, man. Not tell Shayla, listen to me, man. This is what it's going to be right now. I'm back with Amber, and this is the line I'm going to draw. You won't cross this line. Instead, what he's been doing is trying to see if him can, what you call it, skirt around every single solid. Every time he try to skirt around things. That is what I feel like has caused the issue for Amber. That caused the issue because now it no longer makes it look as though he's really trying to solve these problems. It just look more like him just a try skate by. That is my issue now, because that is the male piece that I'm supposed to do. There were certain boundaries you need to put down. Now, I always complain and I say, well, sometimes Amber tried to rub out the lines, but you now have to be, see, even if you're going through divorce, you will have to be very hard line upon Amber, regardless of what Amber is talking about. If I come back and I'm dealing with Amber for whatever it is, I'm going to talk about Shayla, I'm going to be very hard line with certain things. Whether or not Amber like that this is what the rule is. The rule is this. If he had done those things, then it would have worked. Instead, there were no lines at all, and Anthony was just doing him one little thing. That is the truth. If you want me to give you the truth from the male standpoint, that is the truth. Those are the things he should have done regardless. But he never did them. Because when they talk about the whole idea of, the forgiveness thing, none of them forgive each other for the cheating. But it just needed a little bit more lines. When Amber started to do the little thing with Wayne, tell Amber so she can't be in a business with Wayne. Be very honest with it. Okay, this is what we're going to do. But he's just too loosey-goose on that end. That created issues. Let me read some of y'all comments. Yes, no. Amber is out of his league. Heck yes. They are both mental. Both are mental. They match. No. The last time he was the one that filed first. So that is why she's telling everyone that they're not getting divorced. No, the last time she did file a divorce before him. The last time she filed a divorce. No. She was the first one that filed a divorce. Remember, he filed way before, but then she filed and then she removed that divorce petition. Remember that. They can't be together if Anthony keep everyone out of his. That's the deal. He has to keep people out of the marriage. If they're not out of the marriage, then the marriage will always be what it is. But does Anthony think that he did anything wrong? Well, that's what I tell you what it is. Yes, too many folks in a relationship. That's correct. And I'm ears. Too much people in ears. Anthony broke his marriage vows and broke the trust. I think that they can be. I think that they can be. They both like to make money and the business, so they are compatible. And I'm not sure if they're that compatible these days. Think about it. He doesn't want a divorce. He doesn't right now, but it wants some work. He doesn't want a divorce. Yes, Mrs. Grant. Amber can sell her sweet potato pie, her body butter again, open up a boutique and be happy. I was excited thinking that Brittany was back, but it ended up being Noel. I'm like, after all of this talk she had on TikTok, that surprised me. You know what? I love this. Hold on, give me one moment. I'm gonna push the Anton Piarry skit in just a little bit. Did Noel surprise you? I was about to go to bed, Eslin, and I saw it last night, and I was like, "Wait, huh? What?" Anyways, let me run this and finish it out.
Based on her soul, her body, like she's always gonna be hurt.
I wish it was somewhere I could take that pain away. Not feel like this.
I mean, honestly, the only way you could take it away is you just gotta be like her medicine. You gotta make sure you give her doses of love, unconditional love, day in, day out. You gotta pour into her. You have to be the man she married, the man of her dreams, so that for just a moment she can forget about how you hurt her. But you gotta give her a lot of those moments.
Be your medicine.
Absolutely. Gotta be her medicine. But yeah, it's just, you just filed, right? So, I mean, I think you still have time.
I don't know. It's divorce. I never thought I'd even be in this situation.
Yeah, I thought you guys were good.
Thought so too, but
Okay. Okay, so this is what y'all were calling good advice. I don't know if it sounds good if you are a woman and you want to be pro woman and you want the woman to be pro woman. The truth of the matter is this. The truth of the matter is this, first and foremost. Before Anthony can be anybody's medicine, Anthony need to find who he is. I'm gonna say the advice here is not necessary. This advice, give me one moment. I'm gonna come up on the news kit in a little bit. This advice is not necessary right now. I'm gonna say this. Thank you very much, Ashley. I'm gonna put in the news kit in just a little bit. Is not necessary right now. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Right now, Anthony needs to find who Anthony is first. If he doesn't find who Anthony is, then he will only be playing. He will only be playing a part and not himself. You can't be Amber Medicine if you don't know who you are and how you're able to, what you call it now, how you're able to relate to Amber as you are. So everybody's giving him, this is why I'm gonna really like the advice, because you're only going to get up and I'm going to get up and try to please you instead of finding if I really want to please you. What if I don't want to please you? What if internally I don't want to please you? Then what? Then basically what has occurred is that I've again been a fake person. So until you know yourself, you should not be going out trying to please anyone. This is why this is bad advice. I know it sounds good enough. It sounds good, but it's the same BS advice again. It is what maybe Amber has figured out. She was trying to be this person that she's not, and it never worked out. It seemed like Amber has been figuring that out. We've been telling her, Brittany tell her, other people tell her, Amber, we think you need to come off of this for a little bit. But she never figured it out. Now she realized, you know what? Jeez, Anthony, I don't know. I'm coming with the news kit, friends. Give me one moment. Let's just finish this conversation. That is exactly what I think it is. So I think Piarry's advice right now is not good advice. Let me just say that. Let me just say that. Y'all can respond to that, but give me one moment. O'Neill, giving Amber Medicine that's not good because Anthony doesn't know who he is exactly. That's why. That's why. Let me pull up the next kit. Give me one moment, friends. That's why O'Neill says this, because that's why some of the times you have to be very cautious of this. Hey, I'm gonna try to be the best I can for you. No, no, you don't want to do that, because then you start pretending. Excuse me. You start pretending. You start being something that you're not supposed to be. You know, you're something that you're not. All right, give me one moment. I'm gonna play the news kit for us. Give me one moment here. Let me get into the news kit and then we jump back in our conversation again, because I think our conversation is warranted. I think there's much into our conversation. Let me jump in the skit first, then we're going to jump back in our conversation. Here we go. Let me jump into it first. Ready? Let's go.
But that was nice. What you thinking about? You okay?
You know, I just hanging out with you, reminiscing about college and the good times that we had. I just looking at where I'm at now, looking at where you're at now.
What is it?
Yes, would I love to know exactly what is it? And I hope he's not about to say what I think he's about to say. But this may be exactly what I'm talking about. This may support the argument that I was just about to make.
Thinking maybe I should have ended up with you.
You see that? Do you see why I know the advice is going to be bad advice right now for Anthony? It sounds good enough, but it's another pro-woman advice where you give these advice that sounds good because it sounds good for women. Women, the Lord love, he's supposed to just treat you well and treat you nice. This is why this is bad advice. Because he goes off and he says things like this. In verbalize the even if you're thinking this, you don't say it. That's all I'm saying. Because no, what is Anthony's gonna do now is him now going confuse Piarry into thinking that there is something there. That's what it is now. But maybe I'm wrong. Will Piarry now think that something is still there? That's the question now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But this is what I'm talking about. When you do this to women, right? Or even if a woman do this to a man, you think something is still there. Even if him thinking this, because people think things in them deepest thoughts. It's okay. It's okay to think the thought. But just the mere fact that you verbalize the thought, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. He did the same thing to Rolanda. That's correct. That's why Anthony should seek therapy, because he does this ever so often with any female that he's with at a time. Exactly. This is why I'm say the advice is right for Anthony right now is bad advice. This is so bad to watch. It is, but hey, what it's showing you though, it's showing you a male who does not know where he's lost. And when you're lost, you tend to start to you're grabbing for straws most of the time. That's what's going on. Okay, I'm done with Anthony. Totally done. Why would he say that to his best friend? Because it's just what he's going through right now. But you're not supposed to say it. No matter how you feel it, you're not supposed to say it. Has O'Neal ever had those feelings before? Yes, he has. But he ain't gonna verbalize them. Because he knows the effect. Because it have an effect. Whether I like it or not, I've come to realize that these things have an effect. When you say them have an effect. Yes. Before they would have worked out. Low down, eh? But this fool still wonders why he's getting a divorce. Exactly. It's gonna have an effect. Shake my head. Pierre always wanted Anthony, to choose her. Yes. He's going to brainwash these women and he'll have access to their homes again. That's basically it. Yes, she will, because she's an airhead. So soon he'll be staying at Pierre's house. Anthony said it's because he thinks Pierre is on Amber's side. So saying this changes the narrative. I guess. I guess, yes. Anthony discussed me. Piarry always thinks that hence why he still has a key to her home. Yes, Ashley. Piarry has always had this thought. So this is the most dangerous thing could ever say to Piarry. And if you're looking at Piarry's face, you can see it already. Where's she going? Yes, you remember he said, that's it. That's it. He always thinks that she should have that he should have some other woman You should have taken the place of Amber. Anthony shows many issues, need for treatment. Need treatment. That's why we're saying that he definitely has a mother issue. He latches onto his women. That's why the advice about him doing this thing with Amber and him need to spoil her and whatever. No, it's bad advice. It's bad advice because it's not him. It is not him. I don't know if he's going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. Anthony is a mental case, and this is why the divorce must happen. This was the wrong thing to say to Piarry. This is why I don't like the Anthony character. This is it. This is why Anthony get the flax. Anthony's mind and heart is really messed up. This is something you do. This is something you do. In manipulation, this is something you do when you want to manipulate a woman. You tell her, say, the two owners should still be together. You know the effect. Because it has an effect. Whether you like it or not, it has an effect. And y'all complain about Amber getting 50%. Trust me, we've stopped complaining. Bam, just me. In case you never watched yesterday's show, you may not have been here yesterday. I said as of yesterday, because of what happened with him and Angelina and how he was willing to tell them his plan. Trust me, him deserve to lose the 50%. That's where we are right now. In case you don't really know where we are, that changed yesterday because him already tell the plan anyway. So he should lose. That's at this point in time, he should lose. Anthony's so shallow. The great Mr. Dalton is as dumb as rocks. Did play the same mind games with Shayla, and now Piarry is going to think about what he said. Therapy. Anyways, let me run it back into the scene.
Anthony, don't start. Don't start with that.
No, I'm not. I mean, I was looking at stuff with my eyes, my physical eyes. But I really needed to be looking at things with my heart. And I'm talking to somebody who knew me before the money, before the success. One who used to cheat on off my papers in college. You know what I'm saying?
Again, even if this is how you feel, get the divorce first. Make sure you get the divorce first before you do this. It's like even if this is how you feel, don't verbalize it. Anybody knows, don't verbalize this. Listen to the man digging in deep. Hope Piarry don't go there with Anthony. She's thinking about Roan. Anthony is a jack in the box. This is why you can't trust him. This is why Anthony, this is what it is. He I can't say nothing. This low down dirty man right here in front of Amber's house saying this to a woman who he told Amber that he never had feelings for each other. Yes, Anthony is a poor excuse of a man until Anthony is faced the demon that he is dealing with. He will continue to go around in circles. A double-minded man, an unstable man. I think I agree with you, Miss Cammy. Double-minded man. Anybody with double-minded man, me not trust them. If you're double-minded, me not trust you. It does not matter what he's going through. He has to take responsibility for this. See, this is what I meant, Eslin. When I said that, I can understand all of the, hey, you have a backstory, but when you become an adult, you have a duty as an adult to fix whatever backstory didn't work out. You can't blame the world for when you start making mistakes. You must fix the backstory. If you don't have it right, find counseling. Find therapy. But you have to fix the backstory. No one owes you anything. A lot of mercy. Anthony loves to flip and flap. Please seek professional help. This man is a ball of confusion. That's what it is. He definitely has a problem with women. Period. I have no clue. Please bring a strong married male character in the skits for Anthony, if only for a few episodes. Good day, Miss Utley. How are you? Good day, everyone. Piarry drinking problem comes from her love for him, and he doesn't want her. He's giving her mixed signals, and she already may get back with Roan. Mixed signals, just like I talked about mixed signals yesterday. Yes, Anthony now is giving mixed signals. Just like I said, sometimes I'm making mixed signals. People say that. And I said, sometimes she mixed me up too. The truth can be said for Anthony. Anthony gives a lot of people mixed signals, especially the women. Give the women a lot of mixed signals. I can say that, and that is true. Anthony is equal to an idiot. Anthony doesn't even know that Piarry is an alcoholic. He wouldn't be happy with her either because he's not happy with himself. That's correct, Tambam. Confusion. He's looking for others to give him the answers to the test instead of studying for the test. Love that. Yes, get with Piarry. It will throw Amber and Sheila off. Money law, you know, easy, you know. The deal is that him not going to get with Piarry. That's the problem is him not going to get with Piarry. Him just a push it, you know. I don't know. I don't know.
You got me. I don't know. It's just like looking at it now. It's like, it's that what if?
Anthony, there is no what if. You're only saying this right now because you're in a vulnerable state. Like, I don't even know what. Just stop. That's all I'm going to say. Just stop. You're married. You need to fight for your wife. And everything that you're feeling right now, I don't believe is genuine. Life played out the way that it was supposed to.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
I mean,
don't start saying things that you don't mean.
Yeah, I can't make the same mistake twice. You know?
Yeah. So stay focused. Be Amber's medicine. And
Bad advice. Bad advice. Piarry is giving him bad advice. Bad advice. She needs to leave. I'm crazy. To drunk Piarry, grown, drunk, drinking rehab. I don't know. Okay. Anthony just clueless. I'm so done. What are the writers thinking? I don't know. What they're trying to do is resolve. Maybe they're trying to resolve the Piarry issue. So what they probably might be doing, Miss Grant, is this. They're asking the question, is Anthony the cause or correlation? If you want to say cause or correlation, is Anthony the cause of Piarry's, because cause is a tough word, Piarry's drinking problem? I think that's what they're trying to do. Somebody bring it up, and I believe that the person who bring it up have a fear statement. What does he mean when he said you can't make the same mistake twice? Me I ask that too, Charmian. Me don't know what that mean. I don't know what that mean just now. It's a very interesting comment. I don't know what it mean either, Charmian. It's a very, very good question. What does that mean? This is what they're asking. Is Anthony the cause of her drinking problem? Could that be it? Where Anthony left, she took it hard, and ever since then, her drinking has gone downhill. Is that what it is? No. Rolanda break up with Mike. Yes, I think it is. Drunken P. No. It's a relationship with her father. No, I don't think so. No, I'm asking y'all that. Y'all tell me. One journey, good evening, one journey. Good morning, I mean. Yes. Yes, since college. No. I'll have a drink with Piarry. I'm sure you'll have a drink with Piarry any day, money law. Me sure you plan to beat the back out. Sure you want to drink vodka with her so you can beat the back out. I'm sure, money law. It means that he can't walk away from her twice after admitting his feelings because he did it before and then slept with her before and walked away. Disappeared on her. Got you. I love that, Miss Grant. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. No. He's not, because he already explained it to Rowan of her drinking problem. No. Yes. But we're saying, is it a catalyst? Are we saying that could that be a catalyst? No. Play the role. Dave, a successful businessman like Dave without a Amber is questionable. The same way you people were praising Victor. At the end of the day, Anthony was a far better than Victor. Okay. But what if Dave not really want nobody right now, though? It's not easy for find. Listen to me. When people say, okay, why, let's take this on, Errol. Let's take this on. You believe that a successful man has to have a wife around for him to be successful. Let me ask you that, Errol. Does a man have to have, does a man has to have a wife to be successful? Because that's what that statement is saying. That's what a statement there's an error. Your statement is saying to me that if a man don't have a wife around, him not gonna be successful. That's a very tough statement. What you mean? What you mean if him not have a wife around? It might make him money and basically him not trust nobody at all to come around because him think never gonna want something. You do realize that there are gold diggers out there, right? Like women who come around and them see a man successful and them come in and come take half, right? I'm not talking about great wives. I'm talking about women who really and truly is looking to see them can make a couple bucks because this guy, whatever it is, they are out there. so so let me ask that question. This is a saying that women come up with. Behind every successful man is a great woman. It's a saying people come up with because they're trying to see if them can push a narrative that only women can make men successful. And that's a tough, that's terrible, because the truth of the matter is, let me say this. Just the same way that a man doesn't need a woman to be successful, a woman doesn't need a man to be successful. Now, would it be better if she has a partner that works things with her? Yes. But she don't need a man so that way that she gets successful. And a man don't need a woman to be successful either. Let's just make that unequivocally clear, because that's one like a narrative where people push. Because now you make it seem as though, Dave needed to have, me no know. I'm glad that y'all have put up no, because what you give me the impression is that people don't actually work hard. That is terrible. What do you mean? What if him not have nobody there because he hasn't found anyone? He may not be looking for that. He may have been working on himself. He may have been working on his business, and so he has not had time to focus on a relationship. No human beings need marriage to be successful. I don't think they do. You can be successful without being married. You can. You can be. Does it make it better? Does it make it better when you have a union of thing there? It does. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to have one woman to be successful. Anthony Serpy will continue to play the games when he does. No. There's plenty of unmarried men and unmarried women who get successful. Dave doesn't want anything serious, and he may not want anything serious for it. We know nothing about Dave. Correct. But someone was saying just now, because that's where the conversation is coming from. Error is saying something is wrong because Dave does not have a woman with him. And I'm like, be very mindful of that, because that makes it sound as though when men are being successful, them have to have some woman. Nah, man, you need God, man. God come first, not the woman come first. God come first. You need God. Behind every successful man is God. How about you put that? What do you mean, Error? Tell me what you mean. What is it? No, Anilo. What I mean is that all that glitter is not gold. Well, okay. That I can take, Error. But I feel like the best thing is behind every successful man, whether behind every successful man or woman is God. That is exactly what me prefer to work with. Me like that more than anything else. But anyways, I see what you mean, Error. I see what you're saying. Anthony's emotions and thoughts towards women are like a pendulum, moving back and forth from one extreme to another. That's a very good way of putting it. That's a very articulate way of putting out what is going on. That's very articulate.
And make your wife happy. Okay? Alright. I still love you. You want the best. But, yeah. Stop talking crazy.
When have you ever heard me say something that I didn't mean?
Let me think about it.
All right, be safe.
Okay. call you later.
Yeah.
And again, that is a shot. Those things are shots, and those shots mean something. So let's get into it. Yes, friends. That is what O'Neill going to say with that. So, yes. Ah, boy. So this is where we are right now with the Piarry thing, you know? Charmin, I'm not going with your story because what it implies is that men need to chase women that maybe aren't ready for them as yet. While I love the union of marriage, I do believe that the union of marriage is created by God. When God think you need a woman, him give you one. Sometimes a woman is a distraction. Sometimes a man is a distraction. That's why I don't go with that narrative. It's what it is. There were times that literally women were distraction. That's what they were. They were a distraction because they distracted me from getting my goal. Them want time, them want energy, them want, love, them want a whole heap of peace. So O'Neill had to take himself away from it a little bit. So him could have focused and learned the lessons that he needed to learn. I think the same thing happens to a lot of women. I.e., right now, Amber needs some space. She needs to take her, just like what's going on with Amber right now. Amber needs some space. Every time Amber starts a whole heap of things, she starts these things, and then some guy comes in, she gets inundated with the guy and over infatuated with the guy, and she starts taking her eyes off of what she's doing. In fact, Eslin, if you ask me, some of that is happening to the honeypot girl. Where they're not so sure what they're trying to do. But nonetheless, let's jump into it. Dave is not going to get into a relationship with Amber because Amber is in a broken place. Look here, I'm not saying that, by the way, let me make this clear. I'm not saying that Amber and Dave can't have a nice relationship. I'm not saying that. But maybe she just needs some time right now by herself to figure it out first. That's the point I try to make. Because sometimes you need to figure it out by yourself first and work at the thing first. Then you take on the other people when you're ready to do so. That's just all I'm saying to it. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, let me work on this. Because Amber is in a broken place right now, and Amber just need to work on herself, not a man. That's all I'm saying. And you have times when men go into these states when them have a focus. Because women start distract you. The pum pum become a distraction. Think Amber and Dave will have a fling. I think so too, but hey, let's see where them go. No, he's just in his feelings. Anthony needs to get away, to go home to go and visit family. Seems to me like he's trying to compete with Wayne. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't even know if it's that. He'll be telling Ro next that he'd be, he'd be happy if he stayed with her. He's having a lot of mixed emotions. That's what's going on. And instead of him getting like a therapist or someone to talk therapy with, he's not doing that. Anthony pursued Amber because of Wayne, and Anthony was wrong for pursuing her. Anthony believes that Angelina is telling him that he's God's gift to the world, which definitely is not true. I'm just saying, friends. Let's look here, and I never, what you call it? I never disregard the value of a woman, but I just understand that people have different roles at different times. If one thing I learn about life, I learn that. I learned that about life. Wow, I did not think that they would make a skit where Anthony is trying to hook up with Piarry. Yeah, Piarry is trying to spin the block with Ron again. Ron. Carly, you people getting me wrong. What I meant is that the word is not that all glitter is gold. Amber should be careful. Remember Victor. Errol, I understand what you're saying. That's why I'm saying I understand what you're saying, Errol. Don't worry about it. I understand what you're saying. I saw your expression and I'm glad you explained it, but I'm glad that you made the comment as well too, because it gave us into, some light of something. So don't worry, Errol. You're doing a fabulous job with the comments. When PR is alone drinking, she's gonna remember what Anthony told her. Maybe the women hate Anthony so much that they want to force Amber on a man who probably doesn't want to be serious and just play around with her. And that don't do that. That's true. Wayne would remind Anthony that He always have his leftovers. Oh, Lord. Anthony is trying to sleep with anybody at this point. Next, he'll be hitting up Ro. I believe Rolanda is next. Why do I believe this? Hold on. Is Rolanda next on Anthony's list? Yeah, I believe him on my list. I swear, yeah, he's reminiscent with Shayla. Now he's reminiscent with Piarry instead of divorce. He continues to prove Amber's point every day, and that's why she's right when she said he don't know himself. That's why I said that. I said, listen to me. She is correct. She is right. That brought Anthony. That brought Anthony in the same way as Dave. For some reason, I don't trust him. Yep. So that's why I think you're right. It's just No, I know a lot of successful black men and women exactly that do not have someone else. Maybe I cannot go on this journey with you first. Maybe what I need to do is I love this topic that I'm gonna bring up because people say it all the time. Behind every successful man is a woman, but it's one of those takes that people try to give, and I love women, but to overly prop up women to say that for a man to be successful, you need a woman, and that's not true. That is not true. Just like it's not true that for a woman to be successful, she needs to have a man or she needs to sleep around. That's not true. That's another fallacy. If a woman going to be successful, she need to be sleeping around with Tom, Dick, and Jane, and Joe, and she has slept to get it. That's not true. Not all women are doing that. Some women are actually working them tail off to get to the place where they want to get to. So it's the same for a man. Love the comment. Honestly, Era, you brought up a very, very good topic. Era, I just want to let you know it was a great topic. Not as successful, be fruitful and multiply is the blessing from God. No, a man does not have to have a wife to be a successful person. That's right. Nobody needs people to be successful. But most successful people value marriage. But most, they must. No. Hey, I love the comment. Era, I'm telling you right now, you brought up a very, very good, even though you didn't mean that, Era, it was also a very, very good thing that it came up. So don't feel any way. Don't feel any way. I think that we're at divorce because we're not seeing that it makes sense for them to do so. I agree, O'Neill. Once I roll on the next panelist, divorce. Anthony's a bottom feeder like Shayla. Yes. Rolanda wants him to. No. Yes. Yes. Angela Phillips say yes. Next, maybe Delicia. Anthony has set himself to a high on the bar. So high on the bar that things don't go his way. Him can't just handle it. Him set the bar too high. Run, Amber, run. That's the advice Pierre should have given when Amber got back with Anthony. No, Anthony doesn't want the old pum pum. We say it beat out. Money lawyer said beat out. Yes. Anyone can be next on Anthony's list. Why don't you think him want Rolanda next? Yes. Wayne wants Rolanda to retire right now. Yes. Rolanda is trying to take care of nobody's child. Well, she probably will take one thing about Rolanda though. She would take it. I feel like she would take it. Anything back there? I hope not. I agree. Yes, they really make rounds. Amber. Where's Amber? She's out of the picture right now. We're dealing with Anthony. They're focusing on Anthony. The writers are focusing on Anthony right now. You're obsessed with divorce. Wayne is going to surprise you people. I think people are saying what they would do, Error. The only thing with the divorce portion, because I too say that they may need a divorce in the short term. They probably can put them back in the long term, but they need to show that sometimes you may just need some time apart. That's the deal. You may just need some time apart. That's the truth. Why does the writers keep allowing Amber to cross paths with a new man every time Andre is determined about not being with Anthony when she needs to be focused? Well, if you look at the Amber character, she is searching for a man, whether I like it or not. Yes, she is. She's searching for, and when I say a man, she may not want sex right now, but she may. But she may, let's say she don't want sex, but she wants the guidance of a man. She believes in that. That's who they make the Amber character to be. She believes in the guidance of a strong man. That's who the character is. That's why they put her with a man each time. Because they're making it true to the character. Piarry talked about Roan like a dog to Shayla while drinking. But she told Roan that she was in therapy and wasn't drinking, which is a lie. Wayne is throwing stuff against the wall. See what sticks? Run, Amber, run. Don't look back. Because Boaz was successful before Ruth. Correct. Rolanda is not interested. Oh, you know. Nancy B, however, P was jealous when Anthony would go back with Amber. Correct. He's going to tell Shayla he wish he had stayed with her. Run, Amber, run. Bringing someone new for Amber bringing someone new for Anthony like they did with Amber. It's one of the old girls them. Maybe Rolanda is just at a point in her life that Anthony doesn't do it for her. And she can honestly tell him about himself. Maybe. Shayla and Piarry does not want Anthony. Anthony is thinking about all the women who only saw his money but Piarry before the money. Okay, that's what he's saying. You know, Charmin, you know what? And that's why I said, Charmin, the thought is real. It's just that you just don't verbalize the thought they do. Because it makes you look suspect and it creates issues. Something like that you don't say unless you're ready to say it. So it points to the fact that Anthony is not in control of his emotions and he's not in control of his thinking at this time. He may visit to see how the conversation went with Amber. Anthony don't value his marriage. I think Anthony needs a straight jacket. So, maybe Dave is just Amber's helpmate to bring her back to herself, independent and regain her self-esteem. Let's see. Let's see. Stacks will wipe his money out because her brother is his son. By the way, where is Dan and his wife? Anthony money is gone. You mean Darren? Okay, Darren and Darren's wife. Putting God first will let you have a successful life. That is correct. He'll be flinging at Angelina. You know what? Can you honestly see? Can you see Anthony and Angelina? That's a very good, interesting take, Brittany. Who knows? You don't know. Maybe Angelina pull out her leopard suit. Y'all know she have the leopard suit, right? She have this like leopard suit where she wears. The one that she was trying to get Brody in with. She might just pull out her leopard suit. You don't know if him destitute. She might just pull a leopard suit. Amber, as always, says Wayne brought her joy. So please tell me when. She does say that brought her joy. She does say it. Shayla would try to unalive Piarry if she and Anthony got together. Charmaine, that would not sit well with Shayla. The same way it is meant to Mike and Sonny. I agree with you, Michelle. How do you think a Anthony and Piarry relationship would go with Shayla? It makes sense, yes. What if he want a little bit of the rooster? Oh, no, listen to me. In the morning when the cock a crow, eh? What if the cock needs to crow? See, we can get a cock crowing sound. Lord gosh. Let me see, what if the cock a crow, eh? How do you know he might not get it, Angelina, and the cock might crow? How y'all know the cock might not crow? Why don't y'all believe that the cock can crow? Who knows the cock not crow? Just like that. What do you mean? The rooster is liable to crow. What? It's not that easy at all. What do you mean? What do you mean O'Neal crazy, Tanya? What do you mean O'Neal crazy? What? Oh, you know the rooster can't crow, eh? What do you mean? She might come out in a leopard suit for come give Anthony a piece of the. The whole mileage that that has broken down on Brody a couple times. You listen to me. It's- Well, it's- it's- she may just come out of the woodwork since Shayla does not want him. She may not. She may since Shayla don't want him, and she's been destitute because Diesel is gone. Diesel is gone, and Brody basically. It's- the rooster any day. Brody is gone. And Angelina's at a point right now where basically it is what it is. I can see it as well. Listen to me. I can see it. I can see it. Listen to me. Thank you very much. Magnolia NC, I can see it. O'Neal can see it. I can see it. You never know. But y'all behave like I don't want to see it. Y'all always make it look like O'Neal terribly, no? Does Anthony know that drunken Piarry has a drunken past? I'm not sure if no. If she have a drinking problem, he probably know. Or he probably knows she drinks, but not as much as she does. Anthony does not know how to handle Ambra and Rolanda because they were strong, independent black women who has always been about their money and doesn't need to depend on him. Me not put nothing past Angelina. That is exactly correct. Whoever said that, me love that. I put nothing past Angelina. She might pull out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She might pull out her leopard suit that she used to try to get Brody, her little leopard gown what she have. You understand? We don't know. She might just try to see if she can put one for Anthony. I saw. Angela would take every cent of his asset that Anthony has. He'd be in a psych ward, eh? She might just put one pan him. And she might, when she put one pan him can't take it off. That is correct. Vanessa Wemisi says Shayla does not want him because Amber doesn't want him. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day, that's it. Shayla would lose her mind completely if Anthony was together with her mother. If Anthony had bang out her mother back, Money Law would take it on. That's how her and Shayla would fall out. Rooster, listen to me. I don't know why y'all can't see this. I'm giving the writers ideas, Terry. I'm giving the writers ideas. They need to put them together. Angelina, yes, correct. A true cougar in her own right. Angelina and Anthony. There we go. The two A's. Double A. Not even triple A. Double A. There you go. If they can put the young boy with Shauna, thank you very much, Monila. If they can put the little young guy with Shauna, why couldn't they put Angelina with Anthony? And I know y'all saw that. It was disgusting, but put it together. I don't know why they put it together at all. I don't know why they put it together. Don't ask me. Don't ask me, friends. She's a true cougar in her own right. Cougar of the Year. Angelina would have won Cougar of the Year. The Cougar of the Year award. A cougar in her own right. That's what it is. You don't know. He may need to fire off a nut, and so Angelina, it is what it is. It is what it is. See, there you go. Money last she have nice, top portion. That's correct. Y'all behave like you don't know so this can happen. Eh? They say no. When I get the Cougar of the Year award, can Angelina get the Cougar of the Year award? What do you mean no? What y'all mean no? Snake of the Year. It's Snake of the Year to box. Come on. Oh gosh, I swear. Cougar of the Year, friends. Well, friends, That's been our hour. I hope I was as balanced as possible. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. I'll catch y'all up on the next skits. Just keep watching. Myself and Sharon Review should be going live today on her channel, so look out for that. You may see that, and I may share it to the channel. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful morning.
Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.